Good morning, Internet. How you doing? It's Casper. Yeah, sorry I have not posted a video for a few days. I'm not sure what day my last one was. Well, that's because where I live in Minnesota, well, alright, it is Friday, April 12th, and we got a major blizzard. Don't believe me? Ridiculous. Went from 70 degrees to whiteout snow. I love snow. I love it. I love winter. But if you're going to have winter, have it winter. Not snow all melts away, 70 degrees, then snow. I was just done with it, like mentally and everything, with everything that's going on with me. Well, alright, you didn't come here for a fucking weather forecast in my neck of the woods. Suboxone's a bitch withdrawal diary. I don't know if you've seen my titles, that's what I'm calling it. It's B1TCH. Creative. Clever. So since the last time I have made a video, I have been taking a very small little strip cut of a 12 milligram every 3 or 4 days, something like that. I want to go as long as I possibly can until, I don't know, hold on as long as I can until I feel like, okay, let's do this. And my thought process behind that is, correct me if I'm wrong, YouTube pharmaceutical majors on here. But my whole thought process on why I'm doing it that way is if my body can get used to that little bit in me, going from fucking 32 milligrams a day for almost 7 years to, I don't know, 1 milligram and functioning. And to tell you the truth, this is the part that blows my mind about this whole situation. Taking that small amount, I feel fine. Well, not fine. Like, I can tell there's something going on in my body. And, levels are changing. But when I say fine, I mean in comparison to taking throughout a whole day 2 12s and an 8, I feel no difference. Honestly, I don't. And that just blows my mind. Like the day that I ended up doing this taper. Because going from taking that much to not a zip diddly, I believe I could have done it. Looking back in retrospect, I believe I could have done it. But no. It was rough, man. Rough. Unless you've gone through Suboxone withdrawal, you don't know what I'm talking about, because it is so different than anything in that ballpark of what I've gone through. It's weird. Like in my head, withdrawal. You haven't done a line of Oxycontin when I was doing it. I haven't snorted any Oxy in 12 hours. I knew at that 12-hour mark, well, it happened way before then, but 12 hours, like, all right, I'm going to feel like shit. I'm going to. It's not I hope it's still in my system and it's holding on to, the shit in my body. No, I knew for a 100% fact that I was going to go through withdrawal and I was going to be hurting. So in my head, that's what withdrawal is, like right out the gate, not taking any. That's why, you're out hitting up your dealer right away in the morning because last time you did something was last night. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining it, in a good way, but I hope from one addict to another, if you're watching this video, you get what I'm saying. But with subs, that ain't the case, yo. No. Normally, like the first 2 days, I can only speak from my personal experience, remember. The first 2 days felt fine. Like, I was cool. Like, day 4, day 5, hell. Well, I guess it's varied for me from each time I've gone through it. But when I say hell, it's like the symptoms are kicking in. Yeah, the usual, the restless leg. I don't get anxiety. I've never got anxiety or like depression. That's never been a problem for me. So I don't know if what I'm going through is anxiety because I don't get anxiety. But like, just the body aches. I'm 6'3", 4", whatever. Depends on the doctor I go to. And I'm about 250, 260. I'm a big old white boy. Big ass white boy. CWB. Please tell me someone knows what that means and whose song that was. That'd be cool if someone did. But the withdrawal kicks in days later. So let's paint a picture. Drug addict gets off drugs. First 2 days are fine. In their head, they're like, hey, this is going to be a piece of cake. I'm good. I haven't gone through withdrawal, and I'm on day 3. Then it hits. That will fuck your brain up. It's crazy. Like, I'm a wrestling fan. It's like, it took my brain, power bombed it, DDT'd it, then put it in the figure 4 leg lock. Like, what? But anyway, but doing okay. I'm fine. Like, I haven't had the one main thing I've noticed, I have not had the drive and the get up and go that I normally do. And that's not like, oh, there's no motivation. No, it's like I'm lethargic on the act of going to do something. Not doing it, because once I, forward momentum, once I start doing something, I'm straight. So, the last time I took something was Tuesday? Monday? Beginning of the week. I took a little bit today. And I have a total of 1 full 12 left. And a little bit of one that after I cut it today, I looked at what was left. And I think I can get 2 more out of that. But I'm going to try to span them out as much as possible, like I've stated in the last video. And honestly, I'm not going to take it if I don't feel I need to. Then I can move on with my life. I don't hate Suboxone. I don't. Not at all. Because I truly think it is a lifesaver. And if you tell me you're not sober because you take Suboxone, Like I've said in another video, I will knock your fucking teeth down your throat, you soy boy cuck faggot. Yes, you are. Totally different. 100% different. The only downside to the Suboxone is the doctors need to be more actively involved in saying, hey, you've been on it for this period of time. Let's start rolling you back. I know when I brought it up to my doctor, who, like I've said before, I'll never say a bad thing about him. Never. The main doctor I was with, I lost him because, fuck you, insurance. But the doctor who was with me from getting right out of treatment, he was my first main doctor because someone who was connected to me told me his name. So when I was in treatment, I knew who he was. And I knew that he was the doctor I wanted to get. So once he was available, I became a patient. I'll never say a bad thing about him. But, hold on.